What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys figure preview video. Today we are taking a look at the newly released Peter Parker Anti-Venom suit from the video game Spider-Man 2. This figure was just announced a couple of days ago, and for me personally, guys, it comes as a big surprise, as I thought that I thought that Hot Toys was pretty much done with releases for the video game Spider-Man 2, but the fact that they've decided to announce this release for the Anti-Venom suit lets me know that the big enormous Venom for this specific video game should be being released soon. So I would say stay tuned in for Hot Toys' announcements. I think in the next upcoming weeks Venom should be arriving. Me personally, I cannot wait to get that Venom because of how big it is and how cool it looks. And with this new figure that they've announced, just kind of a quick origin story of the suit, so please correct me if I'm wrong, guys, for those of you guys who have played the video game. But basically, Spider-Man at this point still has a little Venom in him, so Mr. Negative and Miles Morales kind of team up to help him out so that he can escape the symbiote Venom. So basically, because of Mr. Negative being inside, I guess you can call it his mind, his conscious, this suit comes out of him basically. And to me, throughout the video game, I thought that the actual suit wasn't that amazing, but looking at the figure itself, it looks absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and take a look at the images. So me personally, I think this is a must-have. The reason why I feel that way is that it's one of those unique, rare figures that we're gonna get for a Spider-Man, where automatically once you put it in your collection, guys, it's gonna pop out right away. With Spider-Man figures, we're all accustomed to red, blue, and black colors being in between, but all of a sudden we get a white colored figure for Spider-Man. So it's gonna be such a rare figure that to me it is a must-have. Now the figure does remind me a lot of the black suit that we just got for this same video game, and what I mean by that, I mean the material of the suit. So it is kind of that rubbery type of material that they use for Venom, that they use for the black suit Spider-Man. The good thing is that I don't see any seam lines around the shoulders or legs. I believe that the only seam lines would probably be here around the neck, his wrist, and his feet. I'm totally okay with that as long as the seam lines connect well. I don't think there should be any issue. The spider logo right here in the middle looks absolutely amazing. So I think the figure looks great in itself. It doesn't have a lot of accessories, I would say, but it comes with a lot of, I would say, add-ons to the figure to make him look even cooler. So one complaint that I do have, not about the figure but about Hot Toys, is that looking at all of these effect pieces, why didn't they include at least half of this with the black suit? Because that was one of my issues with the black suit, that we didn't really get a lot of effect pieces. We got one or two here and there, but not a lot to pose him in this kind of explosive type of mode, which we get here with the white suit. All of these big, thick special effects are gonna give us basically a lot of fun when it comes to posing the figure with all of these accessories. So I cannot wait to pose them that way. It's gonna look really, really awesome. Especially look at this figure. I mean, just all of these things that are added on to the figure is gonna look so good. Just a little disappointed that they didn't do this for the black suit, but at the end of the day, knowing that we will get it for this figure individually, at least I'm somewhat satisfied. So just taking a look at more images. Again, the figure itself looks very similar to that black suit. My concern is always going to be the material, hoping that it's not going to get damaged. Now, just kind of an FYI, knowing me and knowing how much I like to take care of these figures, as much as I would love to pose this guy, in an action type of pose, most likely I'll just have him standing still. I want to prevent damaging the material of the suit in any way. So yeah, I'll probably just keep it this way. Looking at the spiderweb effects, you guys can see it's going to be the same effects that they've done for the other figures. So I have really liked these effects a lot because they show more natural posing for for the spiderweb effects. So I am totally okay with these. They look good for the other figures, and I feel like they're gonna look good as well with this one. Right here, taking a closer look at the effect pieces, they look absolutely amazing. I do wonder if they're gonna be just sculpted or if it's gonna be some type of rubbery plastic that they're gonna be made out of. That is something that we'll have to see once we get the figure in person. And I do wonder how they're gonna go attached to the back of the figure, whether they're just gonna go inserted on his back or be a magnet. What I can tell you is that just looking at the images, the effects look great. Again, they're big, they're thick, and they surround the figure very well. And also I guess the direction of I guess if I can call it I guess the motion of the effects looks pretty good, so no issues with it whatsoever. I like it a lot. These effects also look great. I do remember these from the video game, so these look very, very nice. I do expect these to be attached to his actual hand, so the effects look great. I have no complaints about them. But as I mentioned before, my only complaint would be that they didn't include this with the black suit. That would have been very cool, but still in all, I think that having these with this figure is great. As I mentioned before, if you guys would have asked me a couple of weeks ago, I didn't think they were going to release another figure for this video game specifically, but I cannot complain about this one at all. Again, it's a very unique figure that I don't think we're ever going to get another white suit Spider-Man. Again, we'll see what Marvel has in store for us, either with movies or video games. So the fact that we're getting this figure, to me, it is a must buy if you guys are a Spider-Man fan, because at the end of the day, just the uniqueness and the rarity of the color of the figure is what makes it a must buy in my personal opinion. But feel free to disagree with me if you guys don't think it is that way. So just everything is going to be just pure images of the figure. There's not really much else that I can add on. It's just a figure on its own, along with the special effects for his spiderweb, or I guess anti-venom suit. As I mentioned before, they look pretty cool, so nothing more that I can add on. Let me know in the comments, guys, what do you specifically think about this suit. This is gonna be very cool. I cannot wait until I get this Venom and I get the option of posting him with all of the different Spider-Mans. We're gonna have a lot of options, and once all of these figures arrive, I will make sure to do kind of like a collection review. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be around 6 or 7 figures, so we'll take a look and see how good this collection is. I'll try my best to compare it also to the Spider-Man 1 video game collection. I know there were a lot of figures released for that video game specifically, so we'll make comparisons once we do finish this collection. So again, as I mentioned before, pretty much that's all that I can say for these figures individually. Now here are more details on the figures. So we do get 3 pairs of interchangeable eyepieces, which I'm totally fine with. The eye lenses, they are accurate to the video game. They look exactly the same to me. I guess the question would be if they're actually cool or not. To me, I'm okay with them. They're a little bit different compared to the other Spider-Man figures from the video game. So I like the fact that they're a little bit different. I really don't have any issues with them, so I'm totally fine with that. Also, as I mentioned before, detachable tendrils, or pretty much power effect pieces, along with spiderweb effects. They look great. No issues with that at all. I am a little bit concerned about these kind of seam lines between them. I hope they can cover those up, but we'll eventually see. So I'll get into the last part of the video. So just pretty much to kind of summarize what we get. So we get the figure on its own with 3 pairs of interchangeable eyepieces, the detachable tendrils, some power effect pieces that go on his arms. We do get a couple of, I think a total of 8, possibly 10 hand pieces. We get his regular web effects that we've gotten for the other figures for this specific video game. And then also the display base, which is exactly the same as the other figures as well. The only difference would be, of course, the coloring of it. So this one is white and black. The other ones are either blue or black or blue and red. So it matches the figure in itself. I do wonder what kind of display base we're going to get for the Venom figure. I completely forgot what it comes with. So we'll see once he's released. We'll take a look at those details. So this is pretty much all that I have to say for this Peter Parker Anti-Venom suit figure that has just been announced by Hot Toys. If you guys are interested in pre-ordering him, as always, I will include the link to Sideshow Collectibles so that you guys can pick yourselves a copy of him. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think about this figure specifically. For me personally, it is a must buy, as I mentioned before. Not that it's the best figure in the world, but again, just the rarity of the figure. It's one of those things where the figure is just gonna pop in your collection, pop up out of your collection. Whoever is taking a look at the collection, it's gonna be so noticeable because we're again accustomed to red and blue or black coloring figures. The fact that we get a white color one is gonna be such a rarity. So to me, without question, it is a must buy. But let me know in the comments if you guys do disagree. Also, let me know if there's certain things that I missed about this figure that I might have not talked about. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on him. For me personally, as I mentioned before, very excited to go ahead and get him. Sadly, he is expected until around 2026. I didn't talk about the pricing. I think it's around $290. I think that's a fair price. All the tendrils and things that come attached to him, I think that's totally fine. I really don't have any issues with that. So for now, again, guys, this is going to be it for this Peter Parker Anti-Venom suit figure preview video from Hot Toys. I want to thank you guys as always for supporting the channel and for watching all of my videos. A reminder to like this video, comment, subscribe, and join also, so that way you guys can support the channel and for more unboxing and review figure videos for Hot Toys figures as well as figure previews. So thank you once again, guys, for tuning in to this video, and I will see you next time.